Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Maybe I should play a different music, huh? I should play a little different music. Let me see. How about that? How about that, huh? All right, so we're going to look in the chat, give people a chance to join, give people a chance to come into the chat room. I hope everybody's doing well today. I hope everybody can hear me. Give me a hands up. Give me a shout out in the chat if you can't hear me. Feel free to call in 424-204-2382. I'm talking about several biomagnetic pairs, as you can see behind me here. I've got all of the biomagnetic pairs. I'm talking about several. So if you have any pairs that you would like me to discuss or any diseases that you would like me to address, feel free to call in or chat. As you can see, I'm on my ionic foot bath detoxification machine here. So we do ionic foot bath. So we do ionic foot bath. So we do ionic foot bath. There's the feedback. No, I don't know about using azomite. Please explain. Why don't you call in and explain it to us? That was the end of my second hour of ionic foot detoxification today. Wonderful. Is azomite a salt, a type of salt? Might a salt, a type of salt. Feel free to call in 424-204-2382. We are live. Oh, volcanic ash, azomite. Okay. I'm going to look that up.
And billions and billions and billions.
BiomedRx, may I help you?
Oh, hello.
Good afternoon, BiomedRx, may I help you?
Hello, hi. This is Intended Therapy. My real name's Tara.
Hi, how are you, Tara?
I'm wonderful. It's nice talking to you. I'm kind of shy.
No, don't be shy. Thank you for calling in.
Oh, thank you. I've been wanting to call you for like the last 2-3 weeks. Like once I discovered it.
Yes.
Because it just it kind of came to me organically.
It did?
Because yeah, my I was working on a organizer blanket.
Really?
Because my children and I, it's such a long story, but it's kind of similar how I kind of was magnetized to your page and magnetized to you.
Really?
I am 47 years old.
Yes.
And I'm the mother of 3 children.
Congratulations.
And my youngest daughter, she was diagnosed with autism when she was 6.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then when I got older, then I got diagnosed with it.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I believe when we were kids, you know, they didn't even have such a definition of autism, and now they're diagnosing so many different things as autism. That,
yeah, I know. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you.
No. Go ahead.
To me, it's just it's what they have put things. I kind of don't try to put a label on things. I kind of put the label on it and then find the solution to it, because that's how energy works. So I know that I'm infinite energy, unlimited, and potential. So in that case, then whatever is labeled could be sort of unlabeled if I put in the right type of love. Put it that way.
Absolutely.
It's always love, yeah.
It's always love. It's always love. Either we're showing it and giving it, or we're withholding it. But it's always love. That's all we really have the capacity to express.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, what happened was, so like when I got my diagnosis, I was like geeked. I was like, oh, it explains everything. It's like I'm so intelligent in some ways, and then in some ways it's like, which hand is right, which hand is left.
We're all like that to a certain extent.
So, my children also, when they were born with full-blown sickle cell. My 2 daughters, my 2 oldest daughters.
Okay.
Right? So that was also sort of a challenge. And then I was diagnosed when I was 24 with end-stage renal failure, polycystic kidney disease that ran in my family.
So you're on dialysis?
No.
Okay.
I cured myself.
Good. There you go. And what technique did you use? What technique did you use?
It was organic. So it wasn't so much of technique. It's just knowing, like organically knowing myself.
Yes.
And being truthful to myself.
Yes.
About my habits, about the different things I was ingesting, not food. Energy, the different energies I was ingesting.
Yes.
The things that I was allowing. A lot of it was coming from me withholding love from myself.
It always is. Yes. Oh, excuse me. I've got a client at the door of my clinic. Could you hold 1 second? I'll be right back.
Okay.
1 second.
I'm so cute.
Hello. That's fine.
We can't open this. How do you open this?
Yeah, you just press it like that. It's childproof, right?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a childproof.
oh, okay. Thank you. We're like, I'll try to open it. It wasn't working. All right, press it down. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience.
Oh, no problem. That's the virtue. We must have that.
Yes.
We must have that.
That is the
Especially
virtue we
in
need.
these times, child.
I know, especially nowadays.
Yes. But so I was reading. What was I? Oh, so I was myself. I was like, it was just a thought that came up, and it was I was like, what happens if they, implement, because my children have sickle cell, so I was always thinking about, if they force vaccines or something like that. So what is it that I could do to neutralize the effects of anything, whatever.
Yes, I'm really concerned about that too. What I would do is because I started the BiomedRx Health Center in response to my son being diagnosed on the autism spectrum, and I was able to reverse the symptoms of autism. However, if we were in a situation where we were absolutely forced to be vaccinated, I think the first thing I would do immediately afterward is to get a bentonite clay bath and soak in it.
That's what I've been doing. But I've been doing zeolite.
Zeolite is perfect. In fact, while you're here, I'm going to take a little zeolite. I have some right here on my desk. Zeolite is called clinoptilolite. Yes, right. And it's very, very good for getting rid of mercury and lead and a lot of metals because it has a cage shape.
Yes, it's like it's very similar to I can't get it off my tongue right now. It's very similar. I can't even get it off my to the C60. Have you heard of C60?
And it's also similar to bentonite clay in that it has that magnetic cation exchange, right? It does cation exchange, so it has a magnetic attraction to positively charged toxins.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, zeolite is very good.
I've also because when the question arose, like I said, came on comes on. I was looking at DMS. So it's funny how I found you.
Yes. I think your phone is maybe kind of breaking up a little bit.
Oh, hold on. Let me go in another room because I'm in front. Can you hear me now?
Yes, much better.
Okay. So, my middle daughter.
Oh, now we're losing you again.
Oh, sorry. She's scientific in nature.
Yes.
Very scientific in nature.
Yes.
She's 14. 13. She's 15 now.
Nice.
And can I turn this down for a second? Please? Please? You go, it's a TV. People want it. It's TV, hold on. So one day we were thinking about the neodymium planets, and we were thinking about just how planets pull, like a push and pull type of thing.
Yes, that's what biomagnetic paratherapy does.
So that's how I got attracted to you, because I was just looking at the neodymium magnets, and I was like, it has to be able. It only makes sense that it could pull diseases, because of the magnetic pull, the magnetic flux.
Yes.
So, but what I wanted to ask you about, not to get off a topic, I'm sorry, I kind of go from place to place, I'm sorry if I lose you. But, first, the azomite, I'm good, maybe I could text it to you. The formula that I found, that I discovered, is azomite, because it said azomite has all of the, like, gold in it, all of the properties.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, which makes sense because it comes from the core of the earth, and the core of the earth is like another sun.
Of course.
As above, so below. So it's, same. So you should be able to get the same, kind of component. My daughter and I was kind of figuring it out, but it was like a mixture. I'm not sure totally, because I didn't really delve into it. I had wanted to talk to you first. It was limestone, azomite. That's the those are the components: limestone, azomite, and I can't remember. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna send it to you. Okay?
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna find it, because it's an old formula. It's a very old formula. So I had caught the one you had was on with the lady, and she was doing educating you about the ormus and things like that. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I think a week later, that's when I stumbled upon it, because I have stumbled upon the zeolite naturally, organically. I was looking into DMSO for trauma.
Yes.
And I've been using it, for on the bottom of my feet and different things like that.
Wonderful.
I'm making up my own cream, and then I saw that someone.
I'm sorry. Can you hold 1 second, please?
Yes, I'm sorry if
That's
I'm
okay.
holding you
No.
Okay.
BiomedRx, may I help you?
Hey, how you doing? Am I on the air, or is this off air?
You are on the air.
Hi, I just found your program just randomly right now. It seems very nice that you're giving out a call-in number. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are all topics welcome, or do we have to stay on topic?
No, all topics welcome. I mean, if you want to introduce a different topic, well, go right ahead.
Okay, I got 4 topics for you. Actually, just so you know, I have a very popular page myself, over 23 million hits.
Wow.
So I actually, I love calling in programs. I have 4 topics. You tell me if you like any of them. If you don't, no hard feelings. I'm putting them out there for you.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. All right, number 1, this is going to be a light one. I don't think you'll pick this one. It's a light one.
Okay.
Michael Jordan fans are the worst NBA fans.
Well, I'm not really good for that, because I'm not really a big sports fan, man. I mean, I love how passionate people are, but I'm not gonna be the person, because I don't know any stats. I'm not really. What's the next? What's the next one?
I got 3 more for you.
Okay.
No, I figured you wouldn't pick the first one. Second topic for you: why is it okay for a human being to support an industry where there's torture and killing of animals? They eat the meat and they don't care for the animals?
Meat. Oh, wow. Now, you see, that's a very interesting one, because I personally am going through an honest-to-goodness vegan transformation, and
Nice.
yeah, and it feels great, dude. I'm living on trail mix. I'm literally living on trail mix and fruit, and I'm loving it. And I'm doing ionic foot bath detox as we speak, I am also totally aware. A lot of people are talking about science, right?
Right.
And I work with the brain a lot, right? And we do a lot of neurofeedback, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I haven't really approached. I was thinking, okay, veganism and vegetarianism is a good thing to do simply for your health reasons, even if you don't want to look at the moral aspect of it. Now, if you look at the moral aspect of it, yes,
It is wrong.
every animal that has a brain has a soul. I mean, why would we have a brain and not and a soul, and those animals not have a brain and not a soul?
Exactly. And by the way, remember that I had 2 more topics for you in case you didn't get into this one. Should I pitch you the other 2?
Yeah, let's do it.
I really want to get into at least one in detail, but I wasn't sure which one you'd like the most.
Okay.
Okay. Number 3, I'm not part of any political party. I'm independent. I've never voted in my life. I think both sides are ridiculous. However, we have to be able to tell the difference between an elephant and a mouse. They're both animals, but there's a difference. So I have come to the conclusion, based on years and years of learning what both sides think, that even though both are ridiculous, both are wrong, and I don't support either one, the worst one of Democrats and Republicans are Republicans.
Why would that be?
Okay, so it's a combination of things. So number 1, they're always blaming the left for everything. They're siding with the terrorists. They're coming after your guns. Most of the media has a liberal bias. I could give you a million examples, but it's always like evil. Cities are going down because of them. Hollywood is because of them. All the problems, or not all, a lot of the problems are for them. The other thing they do is there's a lot of hypocrisy. A lot of conservatives believe in conservative values, which is fine. I'm not against conservative values, but they'll tell you we want a Republican back in America. Taking over America, take back our country. We need conservative values, small government, and they keep voting for people every 4 years who are not conservatives, who are sometimes moderate or liberals.
Yes.
The other thing they do is a lot of conspiracy theories. Obama is a secret Muslim. Obama was born in Indonesia. The media has a liberal bias. I could give you a million examples of conspiracy theories. And the last thing that they do is there's a lot of putting their party above their nation. I'm independent, man. I don't care about either party. I've never voted. But I've noticed with Republicans can never do wrong for them. They always give them a pass, and they just blame the other side. And what they're doing at the end of the day is putting their party above their nation.
Yeah. I would say that too. I've always found a lot of hypocrisy on the right. And here lately, I'm finding also a lot of hypocrisy on the left. What I believe, I minored in college in econ, right? And I believe that we as a country and as the world, we have outgrown the binary political system. And I'll tell you why. If you look at the charts of the 1%, right, and they show the wealth distribution, the Gini index, right, the growth income inequality index, right. We know 2 things. We know that when with the spread of capitalism around the world, we are lifting more and more people out of poverty, but also, with the spread and the growth of capitalism, the gap between the rich and poor rises. Now, that's kind of not a bad thing, because I don't mind the rich, the 1%, so to speak, becoming super rich. I don't mind that, as long as the poorest among us has a flat screen TV at home and is driving a pretty decent car, and our definition, the floor of poverty is being raised. However, when the super rich, when the oligarchs, there is a level of power that they can obtain that is actually hazardous, and it's a nuisance. We're just thinking, let these rich guys get super rich, and they're just going to be on their yachts, making 20%, and they're going to be having steaks and champagne, and they're not going to bother us. Well, no, George Soros is proving that to be false, right? That one guy who's pretty close to death, with too much money can be quite a nuisance. Can cause quite a nuisance if he's got a certain amount of money, and so it's no longer a binary system because there's no longer a party for the poor and a party for the rich, because the party for the poor is actually funded by the ultra rich.
That's a good point. And remember, I had one more topic, and this is the one I hope you pick, because the other ones are pretty obvious. You can easily, if you go by facts and logic, you can understand don't torture and kill animals. If you know sports, you can understand why Michael Jordan fans are the worst NBA fans. If you know the NBA, if you know politics, you can figure out why Republicans are worse than Democrats.
Okay.
Now this topic, the fourth one, this is the one I hope you pick.
All right.
It should be easy to figure this one out.
All right.
Very easy.
Okay.
I notice some people get a little emotional and they start to assume things and point the finger at you, and they get really ridiculous. So when I bring this topic up, man, even if you don't agree with me, if you don't get emotional and make fun of me and hang out and all that stuff, just give me a chance to explain it, okay?
Okay.
I can assure you, man, I'm going to be factual. And one more thing. If you do disagree with me, I can guarantee you will not prove me wrong, because I know this topic very well.
Okay.
Here he goes. You ready?
All right.
All right. When a guy graduates high school, is he no longer supposed to be attracted to girls in high school?
No, why not? I mean, he still knows all the same girls.
Okay, so then that means you acknowledge it's normal to be attracted to girls in high school. So therefore, I think you can figure out where I'm going with this. What kind of a sick society tells a human being who's normal that if you're attracted to a girl in high school or you have sex with a girl in high school, you're a pedophile and you should be in jail?
If that girl is underage and you're overage. See, that's the problem, right? We got to draw the line somewhere.
I'll say you disagree with me, it seems like.
But wait, man. If we draw the line at 11, like they do in Cambodia, that has bad societal ramifications. Trust me on that.
I agree with you, but remember, I'm not disputing that children. You should not have sex with children.
No, I understand that. Wait. Now, I used to live in Hawaii. And in Hawaii, the line is at 16. I don't know if people don't talk about that very much.
Exactly. It's not 18 in most of America.
Yeah, right. The line is at 16. And personally, I really haven't seen any destruction of society or of mores or of values as a result of the age being 16. I mean, I personally haven't.
I agree with you. So I thought you were disagreeing with me because you said we had to draw a line somewhere, which you're right. We do have to draw a line somewhere.
We got to draw a line somewhere, yeah.
Of course. But the question becomes, is 18 the proper place? Because you're punishing human beings, not you personally. I mean, people who disagree. They're punishing normal people. Of course, having sex with children is disgusting. It's horrible. It's nasty, and that is actual pedophilia.
Okay, so where do you think the number should be?
One thing. There's a difference between a 7-year-old child versus a 17-year-old girl in high school. So you asked me, where do I think the line should be?
Right.
Okay, so number one, there is no magical number where every girl goes from child to woman. So what you do is this. You go to, you know how in law, they have different types of law. So first-degree murder, second-degree murder, third-degree murder. You know, they have, manslaughter, things like that. So what you do is first establish, of course, if a girl is in elementary school, that is wrong. Okay, there's no ifs, buts, that is wrong. If a girl is a 21 years old, that's obviously a woman. So what I figured out is, I believe in God. I don't know if you're a God-fearing person or not.
Of course.
Even if you're atheist, what you do is figure out what your scripture explains, and if you want to go by science, figure out what science explains. And I've come to the conclusion, by the time a girl is in high school, around that time, there's no magical number, she is a woman. Now, of course, there are exceptions to the rule, just like there are 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds who have exceptions to the rule. But generally speaking, once she looks like a woman and acts like a woman, you can't start punishing people because they're being normal at that point.
Yeah, but okay, you're right. But have you heard of the different reproductive strategies R and K?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, there are basically two different ways that human beings can reproduce. Not human beings, all mammals. And one is the R method, which stands for rate, which is basically have a lot of kids and you hope that some of them survive. And the other is K, which is Qualität. Now, which means quality in German, which means we have fewer children and we invest more in their upbringing, and it takes a lot longer before we consider them adults. And the reason our drill instructors are such hard asses when we join the military in the United States is because they know, like they say, used to sleep till afternoon. Oh, how things have changed. Because they know that our kids in the United States really don't ever have to grow up. I mean, they really don't ever have to grow up. Now, if we look at things from a standpoint of a mental maturity, being that I'm a neurofeedback clinician, I would have to say that the brain, the frontal lobe of the brain, does not fully develop until 25 years old if you're talking about the capacity to reason. And this is the reason why we don't get the drop in our car insurance, our driving insurance, until we're 25 years old. So wait. And we also have to consider the dynamic of the fact that now, and I am leaving sexual pleasure out of this. Just hear me out, okay? I'm talking about giving concrete societal beneficial reasons for your rationale. Now,
I can't figure out if you agree with me or disagree with me.
I know you can't because you got to hear my point.
Okay.
Now,
well, you can tell me if you agree or disagree.
Now, wait. Now, a girl, a female, as opposed to a male, a female has unfortunately a limited amount of time within which she can reproduce if she chooses that route. Now, corporations have paid the left to encourage women to believe that they are somehow sacrificing a certain quality of life that they could enjoy if they were to forego having a family and using their really limited window of reproductive years, their limited time, right? Because after 35, we're talking about the higher risk of birth defects and autism and all kind of other stuff, okay? So
we're still thinking this before corporations were doing that, as you claim. Feminism also played a role, for example.
Yeah, when I say corporations, I'm talking about feminism, man. Corporations, feminism is corporate sponsored, dude. They want women in the workforce. They want to flood the workforce. The corporations want to flood the workforce by doubling the amount of people in the labor pool, which suppresses the value of labor.
That's fair enough. But the point is, even if there was no corporate support, there are people out there. If you go back in time to the 40s or 1800s, 1700s, I assume, whatever, there are still people out there who think like, hey, don't marry young, don't have kids young, wait, go do other things.
Well, no, yeah, of course. But however, if you look at it from a sociological and anthropological point of view, the birth control pill, the condom, the car, the automobile, right? That gave people a mobile place to have sex. All of these things had, and when they were introduced to society, had their impact and created the world that we have today. And it's very unfortunate because the best way to raise a child from adulthood to from childhood to adulthood is the K method, and we who are here in the first world, which happens to be the wealthiest country in the world, we have the benefit of being able to nurture our children into full adulthood, and that means not only whether they're physically able, but also whether they're mentally mature enough to make the decision. So
I still have clues that you agree, and I have clues that you may disagree.
Well, I agree. I agree and I disagree, because what I'm saying is I agree and I disagree, because what I'm saying is, if we were to lower the age to something like, I mean, I still wouldn't go below 16, dude. I really still wouldn't go below 16.
So you disagree with me, obviously. That's
Well, I mean, if you're talking about going all the way down to menstruation, then no, man.
No, I'm not saying that. I clearly said high school as a time. So if you tell me you wouldn't go below 16, then listen to your logic. Basically, what you're telling me is, if a 17-year-old senior in high school has a girlfriend who's 16, that's okay. If she's 15, that's wrong.
Wait. I see what you're saying. So I see what you're saying. Yeah. Because no matter where you draw the line, there's always going to be a point within which the boyfriend has a birthday and he's crossed the line, and the girlfriend hasn't crossed the line, and so therefore you got a Romeo and Juliet situation where, you know.
Even if it's not Romeo and Juliet, even if the guy is 18, 19, 20, it doesn't matter the number, because the point is, if an 18-year-old can be with someone who's 100, why can't a 17-year-old be with someone who's 100? I'm just saying, these random numbers that people like you are coming up with, you're just making things up. You have to.
No, I'm not trying to come up with the number. I mean, I'm not coming up with.
Below 16, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, because the starting point is the world that we have, in which there is a number, right? I mean, you know what I mean? And so where do we go from here would have to be answered in, do we erase the number, or do we
Well, the first thing you do is be consistent. So, for example, whatever number you came up with, you said you wouldn't go below 16. That's what you want to go by.
Well, that's because I know of a working model in the United States of America. You know what I'm saying?
So what I was going to say was, whatever people come up with, the first thing I ask is to be consistent in this sense. If America decides 16 is a number, make it 16 all over America. Don't tell me it depends on the state.
So you're a federalist. You're talking about.
I was just be consistent. The other problem is, if someone tells me don't go below 16, that's the logic, fine. Then don't tell me if someone's under 16, they can be a supermodel, they can have a boyfriend.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Oh, yes. Listen, man, if we are not sexualizing our children, then we are not sexualizing our children at all. We are not letting kids talk about they're a girl when they're a boy. We're not going with any of that Alonzo stuff. You're absolutely right. I absolutely agree with that.
But at the same time, if you live in a rich country like America, where you believe in freedom, and you know people can feel love and have desires and things like that, if you start telling people who are 15 you can't have a boyfriend, you can't wear makeup,
right now, see,
it's gonna have a lot of problems.
Well, see, now that's the point. You know, wait, hold on. You know what we're doing? What we're doing is, I'm going to for my BiomedRx TV audience, I'm going to log off, but I'm going to log back on my other channel, Devin Lockett, immediately, because this is a perfect channel for the Devin Lockett channel. So,
can I plug my channel? Do you mind if I plug my channel?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you. Just for those of you who are wondering, I have a very popular page on YouTube. It's called The Universe Galaxy. I know if you type that, you might get a lot of universe stuff, so just type in The Universe Galaxy NBA. Again, The Universe Galaxy, and just type in The Universe Galaxy NBA.
The Universe Galaxy NBA. Perfectly, bro. I appreciate the help. Hold on. Let me stop streaming here, and have a great day, guys.